Good morning, or good afternoon, or maybe it's good evening. Wherever you are around the world, we just want to remind you, you have greatness inside of you. Welcome back to another great video of the Hockey Nation Live Show with you, Hockey Coach Guru Coach FRENCHY, directly from the New York Rangers, Madison Square Garden rink. Today we want to talk about the top 10, maybe top 12, or maybe more top center for the upcoming season in NHL. So don't go nowhere. Here we go. Let's talking about the top 10 center ranking for the 2021-2022 season in NHL. The first one, of course, we have to talk about Connor McDavid. His WAR is 100. Look those numbers. Offense 100, primary 100, 95 finishing, 100 on carry, and on also a chance, a 99. Just give you an idea what Connor McDavid can do in NHL. The number one player on my eyes at that moment. And on front area, speed, stick angling, shooting, on scoring. He's just an amazing, great player, Connor McDavid. So you can see below of the graphic the comments about him. You can read this. We're going to go a little bit faster this morning about every one of them because if not, it'll be too much a longer video. So the number two I want to talk about is Austin Matthews, the scorer machine last season. An amazing, great year with the Toronto Maple Leafs. WAR also at 100%. His offense 100. Look, if you watch his number of the graphic, again, it's almost what McDavid does. And a turnover rate and the battle win of Matthews, a big guy, 6'4", and he make a big difference right now for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Oh, know what they struggle on the playoff. By that moment, I believe Matthews had no problem on my eyes to get over 50 goals for the upcoming season. The next one I want to talk about is another great center in NHL, Nathan MacKinnon, the 26 years old. They have another 2 more years with a contract at $6.3 million. That's so cheap. His WAR is 98, offense 99, 99 primary, finishing 87. Chance and cycle is all both of them at 100. We know what he does, not only his speed, but his stick angling. To carry on the puck from one zone to another zone, just magistral for what Nathan MacKinnon does for the Colorado Avalanche. Again, like Matthews, they have a lot of pressure on their shoulder because both of the players have to carry on their team all the way during the playoff. More for Colorado because their expectation is to win the Stanley Cup at some point quicker and faster. For Toronto, it's easy. Just go through the second round at that moment. Another center, we know he plays front position, but at the end of the day, he's more as a center. Leon Draisaitl behind McDavid, maybe one of the players the more underrated in NHL at $8.5 million as a steal. 99 on WAR, offense 93, primary 98, but finishing 100, pass 100, carrying the puck exit 100, a slap pass 99. You can see by those numbers the reason why Draisaitl one of the best center in NHL. And with any other team, they don't have McDavid. Draisaitl will be one of the top and any level top number one center in for their team. So Leon is going to have another great year. I would be surprised he go through over 100 points for the upcoming season. The next one I want to talk about the veteran, 34 years old, Sidney Crosby, 97 WAR, 96, 96, and then finishing 92, battle win 98. It's impressive. He won most of the battle. He's not a physical player. Not a big guy, right? But he find a way to get out the puck in the corner when he battle. The Sago 96, a pass on 3, 96 for a kick out the puck, whatever it is. We know what he accomplished so far in NHL, one of the top best player center and NHL also around the league for many years. He's already going to be a Hall of Famer in one day. But again, Crosby's going to start the season on the injury list. But Crosby is going to do what he does very well, bring his leadership and carry on that team like he does for many years so far. The next one I want to talk about is players on the increasing his stock market every single day more and more. Last year he won the Frank Selke Trophy Alexander Barkov, the 26 years old center, 96 WAR, 97 offense, primary 94, finishing 94, 100 turnover rate, takeaway puck, battle win 98. That's give you those numbers give you an idea what Barkov is. He's a great player on both ways. And 2.0 Patrice Bergeron, and he proved it. He will be a nomination again for the Selke. He does the thing like nobody pay attention, the little details during the game, right? Pick up the puck, turn around the puck, and he have an amazing, great vision. He's always at the right position. He just love to watching Barkov to play. Unfortunately, he's underrated and he's not recognized around the league because he play in a small market like the Florida Panthers. But now the team's getting better. A lot of people recognize who is Barkov. The next one is Brandon Point. We know his chemistry with Kucherov make him both duo one of the best in NHL. 98 WAR, 90 in offense, defense 86, finishing 97, turnover rate 98, and pass 100. Listen, like I mentioned, Brandon Point, one of the reason that team go all the way to win the Stanley Cup. The last 2 years, he's play a big role inside the Lightning. Of course, with Kucherov, it's amazing duo, like I mentioned, and Palat, a trio, one of the best line in NHL, and Point continues to show to the rest of the league with 5'10" only, he can produce game after game. The next one I want to talk about is Patrice Bergeron, the veterans. We know him, $6.9 million, become a UFA. They are starting to say maybe this is the last season in NHL. It would be interesting to see that. But again, Bergeron, the two-way, the Mr. Selke in NHL for the last 10 years. He has a 95 WAR, 95 defense, goal 95, finishing 83, takeaway 95, battle win 98, circle shot 97. We're always talking about Marchand and Pastrnak score the goal. That's what it's all about. But Bergeron does the little things, and again, a player underrated and always behind the scenes. He's a quiet guy, never talk a lot, but what he does on the ice is unbelievable. You're going to see him back in the Team Canada for the next Olympic. Why? Because he understood what it takes to play both ways. One of the best coverage player in the defensive side, for sure. The next one is, of course, another veteran, Malkin. His last season he's complete his last year of his contract. Jesus, $9.5 million. The WAR 90%, 96 offense, assists 100, finishing 87, pass 99, turnover rate 99, takeaway 98. Look, Malkin always been a little bit what Leon Draisaitl does right now with others. Malkin always been behind Crosby. Draisaitl is always going to be behind McDavid. But at the same time, Malkin and Draisaitl, they are great, amazing offense player in NHL. Malkin is now 35. We'll see what's going to happen with him. He started the season on injury list, missing maybe 1 to 2 months. But again, Malkin, one of the best players for the last 15 years in NHL. The next one I want to talk about, of course, is Sean Couturier. We talk about Bergeron. We talk about Barkov. That's another one that does the same way like both of them. Great asset for the Flyers. Big center, 95% WAR. Just signed a contract at 8 years at $7.8 million. 96 offense, 90 in goal, finishing 81, 96 battle, primary assist 91, carrying exists 94. Again, Couturier is another great hockey player center. Both ways. What he does on offensive, that's what he does also on defensive. As a coach, that's what you love to have. And number one center for the Flyers, I'm sure, as a fans for the Flyers, you love to watching Sean Couturier. The next player I want to talk about is John Tavares, another veteran in the NHL, 31 years old, almost 14 years in the NHL. WAR 91, 97 offense, PP is 95, finishing 81, goal 85, chance 98, puck battle 84. We talk about Malkin, we talk about Draisaitl. That's John Tavares. He is now with the Toronto Maple Leafs, one of the best second line center in NHL behind Matthews. Now, look, again, and I mentioned, we always see the big goal, but Tavares does a lot of great things on an offensive side. Great vision, a great IQ. John Tavares has been in NHL for many years, carry on a lot of years, the Islanders, but he's established as the captain now for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and it will be interesting. Unfortunately, it's sad what happening to him last season during the playoff against the Montreal Canadiens. That's maybe one of the reasons why Toronto could not go to the round number 2. But again, can John Tavares step up again for this upcoming season and carry on that team to the next level? The next one I want to talk about is just signing a new contract with the Canucks for 3 years at $8 million. Is the 22 years old ELIAS PETTERSSON, the Sweden player, is going to have to play only 22 games last season after a wrist injury. 96 on WAR, 80 in offense, 90 in goal, finishing 96, a premier assist 96, pass 92, a rush shot 98. Look, another great young star in NHL as a center. He has a lot of skill, a lot of talent, and the Canucks will be happy to have him now for the next 3 years. But again, just an amazing, great player, and under 23 years old. Just he's going to be one of the best in NHL for years to come. I want to finish with the other players we could mention here, talking about Ryan O'Reilly, Thomas Hertl, Matthew Barzal, Sebastian Aho, Max Sheffley, Dylan Larkin, William Karlsson, Mika Zibanejad, and finally Jonathan Toews and Enzi Kopitar. There are other center we could mention to you and to put them with their graphic, everything like that. But just mention this, the position of center are full of great talent, great skilled players. Just amazing to see them. And they have a lot of younger players at 23 and younger prospect. They're going to be also great in NHL as a position of center. But before we leave, we want to remind you, don't forget to subscribe to the Hockey Nation Live Show under the Facebook page and our YouTube channel. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, click on the likes and tell us, leave your comment, tell us about what you think about my selection of the top center for the upcoming season in NHL. And finally, we want to remind you one more thing. Of course, you have greatness inside of you. Have an amazing, great, blessing day, everybody. I look forward to see you for the next video with Coach Frenchy. Bonne journée, mes amis. On se reparle plus tard pour une autre vidéo avec l'entraîneur, Coach Frenchy.